Can't see a bloody thing.
What do you think happened to Brown?
I think he cut himself shaving his head.
I think you're right.
What do we got?
What we got?
Is that? Any indications he was sexually assaulted?
Like a hickey?
Nothing.
She seems so alive, you'd think she was rested.
Yeah, resting in peace with a broken neck. Medical examiner says she's been there for about an hour.
Not every day some babe gets hung in the park.
Hanged.
What?
You said hung, it's hanged.
You think she's supposed to look like she's standing up? It does kind of look like that. Looks like something. Maybe struck by lightning?
Nah, patriotic.
Or you mean the news or the flag?
Take your choice.
Any ID?
Nope, nothing on her. Jane Doe.
Wait, hold it. Look at this. Looks like something's been cut away. Yeah. Like a patch? Who's that? She found the body. What'd she say? Well, she didn't exactly say anything. Why not? Because she can't.
Because she's deaf.
When you hang up a suit on a hanger, you don't say I hanged up my suit. You say I hung up my suit.
That's different.
How's it different?
It's different because when you hang somebody, then the person has been hanged. He hasn't been hung.
I am Detective Corella. I would like to ask you some questions. I'm not an idiot, I'm deaf. Speak normally. I'm sorry. You are... Teddy Franklin. It's a nice picture. Some night, huh? Night? What I've been told, Miss Franklin, is you were walking past, you saw the body, and then you went for help. Is that about it? May I ask what you were doing out on a night like this? You like to walk in the rain? That's... Did you see anyone else on your walk? Have you ever seen the girl before? Steve. Miss Franklin, I'd like to get you to come down to the station tomorrow sometime to give us a full statement. Steve, we're getting ready to move the body. Yeah. Miss Franklin, do me a favor. Skip walking for a while. Wait, slow down. Spell that. C-E-R-P.
First, you
Okay, I
match
got
the
it.
red, then you
Yeah,
match the
I know
shape with a patch. Right? We know who manufactures the basic sweatshirt. How hard can it be to trace their outlets? Yeah, I know what time it is.
Man, don't confuse me with somebody who gives a rat's ass. We know who she is? Not yet. Young girl like that. Oh, young. 20. Maybe we'll get lucky at the lab. Yeah, maybe she'll have her social security number tattooed on her navel.
You put a picture in the paper. Someone might claim.
No. Let's hold off for 24 hours. We don't want to create a panic.
You talking about the mess, but you ain't by the beat, though.
hear me out. I promise.
What?
Denise Fontana.
You know the name of the victim?
No, it's a friend of Sarah's.
Meyer, just drop it, okay?
I promise. She's killing me until I mention this to you.
All right, you mentioned it. Tell her thanks, but no thanks. Leave the guy alone.
Yeah, I'm having enough trouble without your help. You talk to Denise? Huh? Or you just say to me that, maybe you'll talk. And then I can tell Sarah that, maybe you'll talk to her.
Okay, tell her maybe some other time.
I can make that work.
Can you just leave the guy alone? He had a bad experience. He's trying to get his life back. He needs some time to himself. What gives Sarah the right to interfere with that?
Yeah, well, she's happily married. She thinks everybody should be.
And just what the hell is that supposed to mean?
Come on, Clay, man, slow down.
Yeah, shut up, the both of you. Meyer, I said no, I meant no. You told Sarah you'd mention it, you mentioned it. Mission accomplished. And you get a hold of yourself. Go to hell. Thanks for the beer. Hey. When Linda and you split up, did you ever figure out what it was? I mean, was it you or her? Or was it the job? It was everything, Bert. It's always everything. Maybe if I wasn't a cop. She married you, she knew the realities. She's a model, Steve. Her idea of reality is soft lights, beautiful clothes, a high life. Linda never cheated on you? You think Gus is screwing around? I don't know. I got a feeling. You should talk to her. She was asleep. And then she was gone by the time I got up. That sweatshirt turned out to be from Ramsey University. We called campus security on the outside chance that someone's missing. I'd assume we'll strike out. Well, maybe not. You look terrible. Well, I didn't sleep much. Then you could have talked to her. What do you think? This is easy? Nothing's easy. What's up?
Excuse me, sir, this is a restricted area.
Cut it out. Oh, I'm sorry, sir, but this area is restricted to police personnel. Impersonating a police officer is a very serious offense, sir. Don't make us run you in.
Hold it right there.
It's a hairpiece. All right? A wig. Yeah, I'm wearing a wig. I admit it. Big deal.
Meyer? Meyer, is that you?
I know my partner anyway. This can't be mine.
I don't know. I think that's Meyer. It's lovely, especially with your eyes.
Can we touch it?
Can we take it to lunch?
Do you comb it or just wipe it off?
Bunch of wise asses.
Corella.
Miss Franklin. Thank you for coming down. Do we need to get a police interpreter? How are you? Type your state. It's very thoughtful. Let's go here. Here. Very good. Very complete. Can I interest you in a job in law enforcement? retired computer programmer. Worked for an accounting firm. I was kidding about the job. Okay, I'll smile next time. Yeah, I guess that's right. Oh, yeah, go ahead, ask. Ask away. Will you? Well, maybe we will catch him, maybe not. If you want, I could keep you informed. Where'd this come from? Mail, I think. There's no postage. Take a look at that. To the detective in charge of the murder in Grover Park. Driver's license, Ramsey ID card, health insurance card, bank card. Her name is Marla Schaefer, 20 years old.
How thoughtless of me to take her ID. That wasn't fair.
Thrilled with all of this. Dead tenants aren't exactly good for business.
Well, we appreciate your doing your civic duty, Mr. McLaughlin.
We could make it to downtown and get a warrant.
You own this building?
I own lots of buildings.
I bet they're all in great shape, just like this one, huh? You know, as city building inspector, we know whatever field day with this place.
A real field day. Boy, those fines can add up.
Can't you boys take a joke?
No.
I just love what she's done with this place.
We won't be needing you anymore, Mr. McLaughlin. Thank you for your assistance.
That thing just showed. It must be her and her mother.
This never makes any sense to me.
If I'm interrupting,
You can't type worth beans. Miss Franklin, I'm sorry. I promised you I would keep you informed, and so, we've identified the victim. Her name is Marla Schaefer. She's a student at Ramsey University. Questions? No, I don't have any more questions. I'm sorry. There is one question. Would you like to go out for coffee or a drink sometime? Why? You don't date hearing men. Okay. Why not? It can't be that complicated. You're welcome.
There you are. What, it's raining again? Whew. Anything new? Nah. One tenant started going out alone, just the way we found her.
What time?
Around 6.
Well, either she stopped off to do something or this girl could really run.
Audie Meyer didn't find out much at Ramsey. Semester break. We know that Marla lived at Kennedy Hall last semester, and that her roommate was Debbie Stone. So we called her parents' house, and her mother told us that she's staying in Florida with her friend Linda Hart.
Oh, so you found her?
No. We talked to Linda Hart. She told us that Debbie's hiding out somewhere with her boyfriend, a very sweet Holly. But please not tell her parents.
Mom's the word.
Mom's the word. But anyway, all will be back on campus in 2 days.
Ah, great.
So you sticking around for a while?
Yeah, for a while.
Yeah. You need me?
No. Going home.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm on my way.
Bert,
Yeah.
when you get there, talk to her.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, I'll talk to her.
Hello?
In here. I know you.
Hi. You're going out?
Design Council's reception for M5. I told you about it.
I forgot.
You're not coming?
I will if you insist.
Come on. It'll be fun for a change.
All right.
You don't have to. I can see how tired you are. Tough shift.
The usual. Murder. Mayhem.
Oh, that's all. I really have to go.
When will you be back?
Probably late.
You shouldn't go alone.
I'll get Carter to drop me off. Is something wrong, Bud? If you don't want me going with him.
No. No, don't be silly. I just worry, that's all. Anything could happen.
That is the cop talking.
Yeah, well, that's me. You know, if you really want me to go,
Whatever you want.
I'll stay here.
Get some rest.
A, B, C, D, E, G H I J K L M. Detective Corella. I'm on my way.
Artie? What's the matter with him? He puked. He saw the body and puked.
Didn't I?
You puked.
It's the damn Ramsey cafeteria food.
It was your idea to eat it.
Well, it wasn't a good idea.
I didn't puke.
You didn't have the turkey tetrazzini.
No. I had the grilled cheese.
Been a cop for a long time, Corral. I've seen people shot to death. Stabbings, hit-and-run accidents. But seeing those young girls with their necks broken, looking so perfect, it's more than I can take.
He wants them to look that way. It's part of his thing. Whatever his thing is.
Steve! Guess who's here? Pros from homicide. Oh. This time it's no mystery. Our purser's owner. Name's Nancy Annunziato. 21 years old, another student.
I love these guys from the 8th-7. So friendly.
Subcopacetic.
Always a pleasure.
We've got to stop meeting like this.
There's no lightning bolt.
Yeah, there is.
We've got a real lunatic on our hands.
I had that same thought.
The positions are so specific. It must mean something.
Means you can see her legs real good.
Damn nice legs.
Too muscular. They look like my legs.
If they looked like your legs, we'd all be saying hello to our lunches like Detective Brown.
You know what her family will say. It's all been a terrible mistake.
This looks like the neighborhood I grew up in. This could be my Aunt Amelia's house. You know the garage where we found him in this 8-3 turf. You mean 8-3 is in Fat Ollie Weeks? It's bound to show. Well, he's a slob, but he's a smart cop. You speak to your wife? Yeah, we talked. Everything's fine. Good. I hate this. I'll do it. You did the first one.
Yes?
Detective Corella, this is Detective Kling. Are you Mrs. Nunziata?
Not again. This is crazy. My Mario, it's not his fault. I told the other officers. My husband has a heart attack, so how is he supposed to drive? Sure, he hits another car, but nobody is hurt. Now you're back bothering us again. You know he's in intensive care. Please, what do you want from me? Leave us alone.
Ma'am, are you Mrs. Annunziata?
Yes, of course. Who else would I be?
And we're not here about a traffic accident. We're here about your daughter, Nancy.
No. What am I going to tell my husband?
Did Nancy have a boyfriend?
Which one? You know, kids today. What am I going to tell my husband?
We'd like a list, if you could, of all of Nancy's friends, teachers, enemies, anyone she knew.
Whatever you need. Enemies? My Nancy has no enemies.
Did we see her around?
Oh, sure.
Do you remember what time your daughter left home last night?
She got home from school about 5:30, 6 o'clock. And sometimes she eats here with us, and sometimes she goes out, but she always lets me know which one. I'm sorry.
Did your daughter eat with you last night?
I know she had a date.
A date with who?
She didn't tell me. She doesn't tell me everything. You have kids? That's the way kids are today. She changed her uniform and took a taxi, and I went back to the hospital to be with my husband.
What kind of uniform, Mrs. Annunziata?
Her track uniform. My Nancy is a runner. She's a champion. Oh, my God.
Marla Schaefer was killed jogging.
So now we've got 2 runners. Steve.
Something?
Look at yesterday. Sports USA, 7:30 p.m. That mean anything? Well, there's a name, too. Corey McIntyre.
He's on the writing staff.
They put her time of death at 9:30.
Let's go over to Sports USA and have a talk with Corey McIntyre.
That sounds right to me.
And when I ask him if he killed Marla Schaefer and Nancy Nunziato and he lies to me and tells me he didn't, I'm gonna reach over and rip his throat out.
What's the problem, Detective? You have a writer on your staff named Corey McIntyre? I'd like to speak to him.
Yeah, he's not here. Excuse me.
Where can I find him?
No, wait a minute. No, he's based in San Diego. Corey McIntyre lives in San Diego.
Yes, he does a lot of our West Coast features.
When was the last time he was here?
Here? Months.
Wait. Corey McIntyre wasn't here in town last night around 7:30 talking to a runner named Nancy Nunziato.
No way. Not into his interview with Washington State's athletic director at the same time. Even Corey's not that slick.
And you know for a fact that that interview took place.
Absolutely. He faxed in a rough draft last night. He's doing a piece on Pac-10 athletic directors.
How do we speak to him?
Today, he's on his way to Oregon to speak with the athletic director at the University of Oregon. Then, he's on his way to the San Francisco area to talk with the athletic directors at Berkeley and Stanford. Okay, excuse me.
Well, I knew that was too easy.
So we got a guy impersonating Corey McIntyre.
We got a guy using his name.
So what's next?
I don't know.
Well, let me get under the hat gear and see if I can trace Nancy's cab. I'll catch up with you later.
All right.
Hello. I need to trace a cab.
Got a warrant, pal?
I don't need one. All you need to see is a badge.
I know. I always wanted to say that line.
I need the destination of this cab.
I bet you do.
Well, could you look it up?
No,
Look, lady.
I'm willing to look it up. I just can't. Our computers are down. I'll call you when we're back online.
How long will that be?
What I know.
What's the matter? You seem nervous.
Do I? Sarah's picking me up for dinner. We got a sitter. We're going to that Tibor's Hungarian.
Well, if the idea of goulash makes you nervous, why don't you just go for simple Italian?
Hey, if she asks you, if I ask you about it.
Steve! What a surprise. I don't see you anymore.
Well, here I am.
And here we go.
Didn't I tell you about Denise Fontana?
He's not interested, I told you.
She's fabulous. She's tall. She's athletic. She works at St. Paul's Memorial. You'll love her.
Sarah, I'm not interested.
Is he okay, honey? Let's not be late for dinner.
What can it hurt? You take her out, you have a good time. It's been a year since you broke up with Linda. Who knows? Maybe it's your luck.
Hey, that's it, huh? Come on, let's go.
Do you think you look gorgeous or stupid with the hairpiece?
Oh, my God, Sarah.
I can't make up my mind.
I took a bunch of flack today.
Well, what do you expect? The cops, they're not sensitive.
Do you like it?
Oh, I think so.
You know, it's not so reassuring.
I love you to death. Steve Carella, you're a coward. If it ain't Denise, find someone else. What are you waiting for?
Sarah? Maybe I'll get lucky.
I was about to give up. Did you read about the other girl? That's not why I'm here. You dated other hearing men before, right? But it didn't work out. Teddy, the last thing I want to do is bother you. I'm a middle-aged guy. Up until about a year ago, I was involved in a relationship. A long relationship, almost 6 years. I wanted to get married. She didn't. That was pretty much that. Anyway, the point is, whatever happened to you before with Other hearing men, I'm different. So I'm asking you one more time. Would you like to have dinner with me tomorrow night? Please. Great.
I wouldn't have said baffled.
Where's that?
Please remain baffled.
What are we?
We're continuing to pursue a course of investigation.
Sounds good.
Means we're baffled. Hello, Ollie.
Take the weeks, 8-3?
No kidding.
Hey, I've been up here before.
Really?
Oh, yeah, I know all the bulls up here. Except there used to be this bald Jewish guy with a funny name. 2 funny names.
You wanna
Meyer.
cut the crap, Ollie?
Meyer? Is that you?
It's a wig.
I'll be damned.
Why Corey McIntyre, Sports USA magazine?
Gives him access to athletes.
Well, sure, he was an athlete.
Why don't you call the university and find out if it's not too inconvenient? Thank you, Ollie. What do you want?
You wanna know about this guy?
Subject suffers from acute feelings of isolation and separation due to his mother not hanging around the house when he was young. Yes, yes.
What do you want, Ollie?
Did you or did you not catch a murder squeal last night up in Diamondback?
What about it?
That's 8-3 turf.
It's related to a prior case. It's our jurisdiction.
I know. It's your squeal. You got no argument there. Oh, this sergeant downstairs, he asked me to give you this.
So why are you here, Ollie?
To offer my services. Listen, you got a guy running all over the city killing young broads. You need all the help you can get. Newspaper says you're baffled. Charlie, you're a wealth of information. Thank you.
I thought you might need Nancy's lipstick to see if the colors match. I always play by the rules.
It's hard to understand what the rules are when you don't know what the game is. I got your time.
I've done better.
You'll do better still. You've got all the tools.
Who are you?
Corey McIntyre. Sports USA magazine.
Shut up. Hold it. No, put the gun down. I do this. No. You're hurting him. Stop it. Stop it. No.
Get out!
Please, let me in. Please, I can explain. Can you?
Clean check in yet?
You paged him?
Twice.
Nancy Nunziata, that's right.
How about home?
Answering machine.
Where's Clint?
Running down some leads.
Tell me something I can tell the boss at any time.
I sent the case files to the FBI for profiling. I figure that's worth a shot.
Anything's worth a shot.
We got some psycho impersonating a magazine sports writer who in all probability was the last person to see Nancy Nunziata alive.
That's the beginning.
When we find out Nancy's destination on the night of the murder, hopefully that'll put us in a good direction to crack this thing open.
And in an ideal world?
In an ideal world, we can connect also known as Corey McIntyre to Nancy Nunziata. Leave Marla Schaefer was a track star, as well as Nancy Nunziata.
Our boy's got to think the track stars.
It looks that way.
Did you check the Sports USA?
Of course, Pete. I've called the managing editor, Todd Wilkins, 3 times. The putz hasn't returned any of my calls.
Now, what about all this ritual crap? The lightning bolt, the noose, the flag, positioning of the body?
Well, on that score, we're baffled. We can't make any sense of it.
Yeah, well, maybe none of it makes any sense.
This guy is organized. He's smart. He's got resources. He's probably physically fit. These girls were athletes. They weren't easy targets.
Open season on college girls. That it?
It's a game to him, Pete. He's having fun. He gets to make all the rules. He thinks he's playing fair.
Great. Well, thank you for calling.
There was Donna DeLongfray, the assistant women's track coach at Ramsey. Molly Schaefer ran the 800, the 1500, and the miles. She was an Olympic hopeful.
Maybe you should get in your car and drive back over to Sports USA. It's not too inconvenient.
Tell Bert where I am. I called 3 times. I've been busy.
I'm not fooling around.
I'm running a business.
And I'm running a homicide investigation.
Does Corey McIntyre write about track and field? It's one of his specialties, if you can call it
I'm
that.
sorry, but Mr. Wilkins is busy. Can't be
No,
disturbed.
wait a minute.
Shut up.
Todd, look, I don't have to take this, all right?
You're under arrest. Take you downtown. You can shut this magazine down for all I
Look, I'm
care.
sorry. I'm sorry.
I want copies of every article that Corey McIntyre has written for this magazine the last 3 years. Especially every article that mentions Nancy Annunziata or Marla Schaefer.
Every single article.
Of course. You really need them. I'll be out front. And think about this. I hate being kept waiting. Okay, Todd.
Already filled me in.
I'm sorry. Where the hell you been?
It took some personal time.
Well, why don't you take some more? Next time, tell me if you're not going to be there. That way I can find another backup. I said I was sorry.
That's not good enough, Bert. The job's too important. You have problems? So what? Everyone has problems.
Not good enough? You want to know just exactly how good I am? I'm good enough to catch Augusta in our bed with her photographer boyfriend on my very first try.
It's all here. Everything you wanted.
What did you do, Bert? I shot the bed.
Check this out. Corey did an article about 4 months back, America's Hopes for the Future. It lists all the top Olympic track and field prospects by event.
Just the bed?
Yeah. He's got both Marla Schaefer and Nancy Nunziata in the top 20 for the mile.
The top 20? Oh, my God.
I'm meeting someone here. Mr. McIntyre.
Of course. This way, please. Darcy, hi.
Mr. McIntyre, hi.
Corey, please.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Would you like some wine?
Oh, no, I shouldn't. I'm training.
Well, tonight's a special occasion. 1 glass won't hurt you.
Oh, all right.
There you go. You hungry?
Ah, yes. Now, there's some place I don't need encouragement. I love to eat.
Oh, great. Well, food here is excellent.
I got the receipt from the cab driver, like you told me to.
Right, thanks. I'll take care of it first thing in the morning.
Oh, okay. I can hardly believe that you want to interview me.
Why?
Well, there are at least half a dozen milers this year that have better times than I do.
Darcy, you just haven't peaked. But you throw in a little race experience against some good runners and some physical maturing that you need to do, and you'll be right up there.
Besides, you love to run. I've seen you. And that in itself is enough to make you a winner. Trust me. I know. Oh, hope you don't mind.
Oh, no. Of course not.
Listen to this. Marla Schaefer's ex-roommate Debbie just got back to campus. According to her, Corey McIntyre left several messages on her answering machine for Marla. Guess he didn't know she moved out.
The hack bureau just told Nancy Annunziata was picked up and dropped at Capriato's restaurant on Silverman.
Did you talk to the cabbie?
Yeah, she was alone.
Lieutenant, we need protection for all these athletes, especially the milers. The ones that live out in the town should be notified, too.
You got it. Buonasera, Capriato's.
Capriato's? Who is this? Paolo? Paolo, this is Detective Corella, 87th Precinct. Buonasera. Paolo, look, can you look through your reservations and see if a man named Corey McIntyre had dinner at your restaurant 7:30, 8 o'clock, 2 nights ago?
I don't have to check my records, Detective. He did.
Oh, we'd like you to be sure, Paolo.
I am sure. Why, is there a problem with Mr. McIntyre?
Possibly. Could you give us a description?
I think so, but,
What?
maybe you should come see for yourself. He's having dinner here right now.
Now?
Right now. He's with a girl. Blonde hair, red dress. No, he got here first. Eating. Eating and talking.
Paolo, listen to me. You've got to stall him. I don't know how. Think of something. But nothing that'll make him suspicious. The important thing is you can't let him leave the restaurant, okay? And don't provoke him. We're on our way. We'll call you back in the car. Get us some backup, Meyer, and no one goes in until we get there. Bert, let's go.
Dispatch, this is Myers. There's a 1029 possible homicide in progress at Capriato's restaurant on Silverman. We need backup, and nobody goes in before we get there.
Dispatch, this is 8707 en route to Capriato's restaurant at Silvermine and 41st. We have a 1019 possible homicide in progress.
I don't mean only physically good. I mean, there's that. You know, your body feels so well tuned.
Yeah?
But how it makes me feel mentally.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I feel as if everything is clean and white in my head. I can hear my breathing, and it's the only sound in the world.
Yes, I know.
You're a runner?
I used to be. We're here to talk about you.
How were your dinners?
They were excellent, thank you.
The wine?
Very nice.
May I bring you something else?
Nope, just a check.
No dessert? We have some excellent desserts.
Really?
Just a check.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Here, cold water quickly before it sets. I'm very sorry.
Fire! Fire, where are you? We're about 12 cars behind you in the same traffic jam. We're going nowhere.
Pass me through to Capriato's restaurant.
Follow, for you. Buonasera, Capriato's. Yeah, they're still here. Will you please hurry the hell up? Move it! They want the check, that's what. But I gotta. Look, this guy's not gonna pull a gun or anything, is he? All right, fine. Whatever you say. No check.
Ah, for crying out loud. Come on!
Get out of the way! Out of the way! Out of the way! Move! I'm so sorry. Please, accept these as an apology for my clumsiness.
You shouldn't have.
You're pouring concrete.
We'll never get out of here. Dispatch, this is 8707. We're proceeding on foot to Capriata's.
Yes, sir.
Where's our damn check?
You don't have your check?
No.
Oh, I'll look into it. I'm terribly sorry.
I'm stuffed.
10 Hail Marys and 20 extra laps.
I've never heard that one before.
This is ridiculous.
Are you in that big of a hurry to get rid of me?
No. I'm sorry, I just, wanted to show you something before I dropped you off at home.
What?
I want it to be a surprise.
Yes, sir. They're clearing your table now. They'll be ready any moment.
You guys check the back.
Where? Round there. Last boot on the left.
Freeze! What is this surprise?
You'll see.
Does it have anything to do with the interview?
It has everything to do with the interview. If any dumb son of a bitch here says one word about her legs or any other part of her anatomy unrelated to this case, I will personally rip his lungs out. Are you all right? No. Me neither. It's our job to save her, and we didn't do it. Did you have a bike when you were a kid? Yeah, I had a bike. Saved up after school working in my father's bakery. I had a red one. 3-speed? No. Just pedals and foot brakes. Fat tires. Yeah. Sometimes life just stinks. Yeah. Let me ask you something, Bert. If there's a God in heaven, why do things like this have to happen? I don't know. I think about that. I think about that all the time. I know I'm late. Probably thought I forgot. I brought Chinese in case you haven't eaten. I guess you've eaten.
I'm sorry, Teddy. I know you probably won't forgive me. I really wanted to be with you tonight. But sometimes other events take precedence over what I want. I'm a cop. It's difficult for me. And it's more difficult for other people to understand what my life is like. I guess the two of us have a lot in common. Here's what I think. First we get married, and if that works out, we try living together. And if that works out, then we start dating. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, you don't date hearing men, do you? Okay, we'll skip the dating. Why don't you date hearing men? They don't listen. They ask too many questions, usually not the right questions. I got tired of coping with their handicap. That's it? Can I see you tonight? Was that the right question? You could run a voice print. There's nothing to match it to. When we catch you for identification.
We had partial fingerprints from the restaurant.
There's no matches there either. Yet. You said he lived not too far from the restaurant.
Yeah, him and about 5 million other people.
Used to be.
You know, I think I remember you.
I doubt it. No one does anymore.
But I thought you were Corey McIntyre. This isn't.
Just relax.
Don't, please.
It's not what you think.
Ow, it hurts. Please stop.
What was that? That was her neck breaking. According to Paulo and everyone else in Capriano's, that's pretty close. Let's give it to the media and let them run with it. Well, it should flush him out.
He's finished anyway. He's already worked his way through the list of girls living here.
Just the mile runners. What about the shot putters? What about the pole vaulters? Well, they'll compete in a pole vault.
No, he only wants milers. There are none left in this area. I'd say the show's over.
I don't think so. I think he sent us the tape and that phony press pass to make us think the show's over. He was turning in his credentials. So what's next? How many garages were there?
About 7 in walking distance of the restaurant.
Nothing from the attendants.
Not from the composites and pictures we showed him. Hell, only 2 garages had attendants. The rest were automated.
Maybe we're not asking the right questions. What do you mean? Oh, nothing. Something someone said. Maybe we're not listening either.
I like your car. It's so clean. How far is it to
What is that?
Not far.
I don't know, water?
Something else.
Steam? He keeps his car clean. Car wash.
Maybe. I saw the guy.
What about the girl?
What'd she look like?
Young, sandy-haired, pretty.
Nope. Didn't see her.
What about when they picked up the car?
They drop off the cars, pay in advance, and then we park them over there. You never see her leave.
Never.
I only seen when they tried to say I scratched the car. She's dead?
Yeah.
Gee. Wow. Sorry.
Me too. You remember the car?
Maybe brown.
Maybe brown?
Oh, maybe red. No, brown. Definitely brown.
Okay, brown. All right. So they drop the car off. They have to get the keys back, right?
Of course.
And you don't see them when you hand them back the keys?
Nah, I don't pay that much attention.
Well, what do you pay attention to?
The stubs.
Stubs. It's a very sophisticated accounting system you have.
Yeah, I know, but once you get the hang of it, it's very simple.
How bad? You ever lose a car that way?
Nope. We write the license plates on both sides of the ticket.
You happen to write down the time?
Don't have to. It's punched in automatically.
Do you have the stubs from last night?
Absolutely.
Can we see them?
Sure, yeah. They're around here somewhere.
We've narrowed it down to 4 cars, Pete. Bert's running the plates right now. We figure we'll split them up with Artie and Meyer, take one each. Okay, thanks. Yeah, it is about time.
All right, thanks.
What do you got?
Okay, we got 3 here in the precinct and 1 in the 8-3.
Isn't Ollie Weeks? I guess that's mine.
You don't have to.
I'm supposed to. Professional courtesy.
I guarantee you he doesn't know the meaning of either one of those 2 words.
Doesn't matter. It's in his area. Let's go. This looks like the place. Let's check it out.
What, no good? Nah. Got it the Chinese. Should've gone to the Wop, but he's more expensive. I mean, you want a decent meatball sandwich, you gotta go to one of your people. I mean, it's like good barbecue. You want decent barbecue, you gotta go to a black joint, not some Pakistani.
Why don't you tell that theory to Artie Brown next time you see him? I'm sure he'd be fascinated.
Artie? Sure.
What's this guy's name again? Lytle. Henry Lytle.
Wait.
Put that away.
Hey, Steve, if a guy answers the door holding a noose or a lightning bolt, I'm gonna shoot him. I think that's fair.
Come on.
Come on. Oh, you're kidding, right?
We've got no warrant. We've got no probable cause.
All right. Suppose we got here and found the door already kicked in.
No.
Come on, the guy's got a brown car. The place is not far from Capriano's. He could be out drunk in some other broad right now. Look, if we're wrong, we'll fix the door. No harm, no foul. Wait. I think I heard somebody calling for help. Inside. Guy's a health nut.
He's got a real collection of trophies. This is the position of the victims. Henry Lightning Lytle, National Collegiate Champion 1-mile run. Bingo. Call it in, Ollie. Hold it. Look at this.
Well, it's Scott. Tell her what she's a miler.
I wouldn't touch that bet.
No, it's not good. She goes to the University of Arkansas.
Not anymore, she doesn't. Look, she transferred to Folger. Look at this. Baxter Hall, 6 o'clock. Today's date.
It's raining. Not that bad. It's just a light mist. And what time is it? 6 o'clock. And what do I do every day at 6 o'clock? You run. That's right. I'll see you later. Watch out for the puddles.
I'll stay with the radio. Lewis, Scott?
Annie Walsh.
Steve's inside. He's running on campus. Why?
Detectives Meyer and Brown, we're turning onto the campus now. Who's coordinating, over?
Detective Meyer, this is Detective Weeks. Police proceeds to the Baxter roll out. We are in foot pursuit of the suspect.
Ollie's coordinating.
Where's Gorilla?
They went after the girl. Girl went that way, Kling went down there. Let's try this way. It's over, Martel! No!
Why'd you run? It was the gun lab. I won that race 3 consecutive years in a row. No one's done that before or since. Oh, not letting me compete for my country was the biggest mistake the Olympic Committee ever made. Ridiculous. Obviously, no, I wasn't taking drugs. I was being treated for that injury. Very, very painful injury. I prefer to be called Lightning. Not Henry Littell, Lightning. Everyone used to call me that. How's it going? I hate typing. He got fired from his job as a women's track coach from a small college in Oregon about 6 months ago. Moved back here. The Olympic trials are coming up. So I guess he didn't want anyone else to get what he never got. 3 people are dead. And they burn in hell. This is stupid. Where's Bert? He's here a minute ago. Say, Meyer, would you mind finishing up this paperwork for me? I gotta get out of here. Sure, you bet. Thanks. See you tomorrow. Good night.
tomorrow.
Did good work out there tonight, Ollie. Thanks. Should have shot him in the head. Saved the taxpayers an electric bill. Good night, Ollie. Is Ani around? At his desk. Me and him's going out for ribs.
What are you doing, Bert? You all wrapped up inside? Yeah, just about. Good. That's good. If I go home and she's there, I don't want to see her. If she's not there, I don't know about that either. Why don't you go to my place? I've got some frozen stuff in the fridge to get hungry. I think I got some beer, too. Yeah? You sure? What about you? Don't worry about me, I've got plans. You get some sleep. You deserve it. Hey, you too. Hey! You got last year's Super Bowl on tape? It's on the show. Remember we were gonna go over to Myers and watch? But you and I got called in on that burglary? Yeah, I remember. Maybe I'll watch it now. You know, it's funny, I don't remember who won. I guess that's good. Good night. I brought Chinese again.